Twin Talks. To all our beautiful subscribers, we say thank you so much for staying with us. And you are new here, we are happy you find us. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified for more upcoming videos. In the comment section, please no derogatory comments. Thank you all for watching. Till I will see you in my next video. Stay safe.
All right, with over 2 decades of experience in the film industry, crossing over from the Yoruba genre to the core Nollywood, she is vast multifarious. She's right here present. She's a very powerful woman. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's welcome Iyabo Ojo.
Thank you. Now, wow, this introduction heavy.
You know, I saw that online one time. I think one of these boys that they do this one liner, they say, I went to a party. Molosi party, pẹ̀lú Iyabo. Iyabo Ojo. Now, the rhyme was very, very good in the sense that in Yoruba language, it means that Iyabo did not dance. But what they don't know is that Iyabo is the life of the party.
Iyabo will definitely dance.
Iyabo Jobaje. And it's good to have you here. It's pretty difficult to just grab Iyabo because Iyabo is vast. She's into business. She's into so many things put together. Everything they bring money, and that's the beautiful side of it. So it's always very difficult to pull people like that out, you know, and say yes, come and give me 1 hour of your time. So people, you should understand this. So sometimes when they tell you sorry, I can't do this, not because they don't want to do it, but thank you for coming. Thank you for making it to the glass.
I owed you one, so I had to.
So you owe me one. I cannot come for your own and you not come for my own because it's not collabo.
Yes, now.
Okay, so we're gonna be starting off looking at your background, the very, very beginning. Can you tell us about your journey into acting, and were there any pivotal moments that shaped your career in the business of acting?
Okay, so for me, I've always wanted to be in entertainment ever since I was in school, ever since I was young. I went to school, I'm talking about secondary school, but always wanted to be. I was in all social activities in school. I was extremely very famous in secondary school, but not as a Jew, as a Gunro, you know. And for years, I actually didn't know which exactly whether I wanted to sing. I was singing, I was rapping, I was doing drama, I was doing literary debating, I was doing press club, I was doing everything entertainment.
Oh my goodness, one person
in school. So I became a social prefect because
Were you fighting too?
Everything. Everything. They used to. My uncle used to call me Iyabletero.
It sounds Italian.
Like terror.
Oh, terror!
Because I was always fighting, especially the junior students. Then when I was a senior student, if you go tamper with any of the junior students, they come and report you. Now, whoa, we go come up blow for each other.
Well,
for me, I felt initially like everybody's like, yeah, but you're just too stubborn. I said, no, why did they do this for this person? I said, fighting everywhere. But you know, when I was doing my graduation from secondary school, I got the most standing ovation from the whole student in school. I felt like a superstar. I think I knew I was going to be a star that moment. So back to acting, I watched Bimbo Akintola, and there was this movie I saw. It was Out of Bounds.
Out of Bounds.
Yes.
Without Remedy.
Don't play with my tutu. And I just said, this is it. This is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. This is what I want. And that was it for me. That was when I made up my mind, because then I had done choir. I was on chorus, doing choir, singing, trying to do everything. I wasn't sure. But that moment, I just said to myself, not this one. I want to be an actress. And I pursued my dreams. I went to look for Bimbo Akintola. I said, I need to look for this lady. Luckily, I had someone who told me she lives just not too far away from her. I went to her house in Okbebi. I went to knock on their gate. I went to knock on the gate, and someone peeped. I think her sister was like, "Who are you looking for?" So I'm looking for Auntie Bimbo Akintola. Really? Do you have an appointment with her? No? Okay. So I'm coming. They came, and she came and said, "Aren't you too young to be knocking on people's gates?"
Oh my goodness.
You know, Sister Bimba. I said, no, yes, I'm sorry I'm knocking on your gate, but I really need to see. I want to be an actress. Just like that. Yes. Can you act? I don't know. Okay. Cry for me.
Oh, she actually auditioned right there
right
and
there.
then.
And I was like, I'm not upset. How am I going to cry? And you want to be an actress? You have a lot to do. Oh yeah, come inside, come inside.
She let you in.
She let me in. She let me into her space, and that was
shout out Bimbo.
Yeah.
And see your product today. Now shout out to you.
Yeah, that was the beginning for me. She was such a big sis. We went almost everywhere together. When she's going to her auditions, locations, I'll just go along with her because she told me you need to learn these things, you know, and you have to go back to school. It's like, no problem, because I just finished my secondary school then. She said, you have to go back to school. I said, okay, I'll go back to school. I will. Okay. And along the line, I got pregnant, I got married, I stayed away, and I came back 2001. And when I called her, she was like, oh, yeah, but I'm in the East right now. I said, you want to come to the East? I said, no, I have 2 children at that time. And she was like, okay. So maybe when I come to Lagos, we'll see, we'll talk. And I just said to myself, one of my friends, I was discussing with her, she was like, yeah, but you can do Yoruba movies too now. You're a Yoruba girl. I was like, my Yoruba is not that good though. I said, but at least you understand Yoruba and you can speak. And the Yoruba industry is very accommodating, so you just have to go through someone to get in. And luckily for me, Alhaji Taiwo Azan, who is called Ogogo, comes from the same town with my ex-husband. So from there on, I had to go look for him, explain things to him. I was like, okay. But before then, I'd done Satanic. Satanic was my first movie, and that was in 1998. Auntie Bimbo told me to go and meet Uncle Kepi Ekpeyong.
Yeah, okay.
So I went to Uncle Kepi Ekpeyong. Uncle Kepi Ekpeyong and his wife, so accommodating, they allowed me into their home. So I was always going there.
You must have this presence that people just make people open their gates for you. There must be something about you.
I was extremely very brilliant, and I was good. I was a good girl. So I used to go to their house almost every time. They became like family. And then one day Uncle Kepi just said, yeah, but you just come here every day. You know what? There's this audition going on. I want you to go there. And I was like, Uncle, I've gone to all the auditions. They don't pick me. It's just one scene, no scene. We stay there for hours. He said, don't worry. This one, you will go. Even if it's one scene. Be doing one scene. From one scene, you will do two scenes, you will do lead role. So don't worry. So he gave me a letter, and I took it to Matthias, Uncle Matthias. Then he directed the movie called Satanic. And they were like, there's no more scene, but we'll give her nurse role.
Nice.
So they just said, you know what? But take the script, come and read. And I took the script and I was reading. And I said, I like your voice. Okay. I think she even did better. Let her play Helen. And that was how I got my first sub-lead role.
Wow.
In 1998. And, I acted alongside with Auntie Liz Benson, Shola Poshudo, and I forgot her name.
You see how these names you're mentioning now? They can use it to trace your age.
Yeah. I'm young. I'm still 26.
Right now, I can trace your influences in acting.
Yeah.
So tell us about that of activism.
I think it's just an inborn thing. I've always been like this. Funny enough, when I hear people say, she's doing it for clout chasing, I'm like... The amount of people I have fought for in my life is not even 1/3 to the ones they know or heard about. I've always been like that ever since I was young. Way back primary school, way back secondary school. I've always fought for people. I just don't like when you cheat someone.
I don't like it too myself.
Yeah, so I hate
oppression.
I've had issues with my grandmother because of that. I've had issues with my dad. I've had issues with my uncle, my whole family because, why is this house up having to do this? Don't call our house up. So I've always been like that. Always been like that since I was little. Because my granny was from a very wealthy home, so we had a lot of maids and all that. And every time maybe one of my uncles or my dad or anybody did something wrong to one of the maids, I was always fighting. I was always complaining. I was always arguing. And sometimes I'll be like, show more like, So I've always had that in me. And growing up, it just got worse. Yeah, it got worse. There was a time I met this girl and we used to go and buy pepe. The mom sells pepe, like a few streets away. So my granny would send me to go and get some pepe. Sometimes I'll go there And I met this young girl who was like my age mate. You know, she was always sitting there. We started talking. So most times when I go there, when I'm going back, she will escort me back. I'll drop the paper at home. I will still escort her back. You know, that kind of friendship. So one day she started crying, talking about they didn't have what to eat in the house because her mom, I went there, the mom didn't have anything to sell. So I said, you don't have food in your house? Really? So I said, come to my house. So I went there, went to open our store. And I packed the food, rice, curry, yam, everything. I gave it to her. So the security saw, the malam in our house saw me. I went to tell someone, and I think this one told my granny, and they beat the hell out of me. That I didn't come to take permission, and I carried all the food and did the. But I didn't feel bad about it, even though I got scolded. I had to stood down for hours. I still didn't feel bad about it. I just felt like done something right, even though I got punished, and I understood that I had to come ask. So next time I always go to her and say, "Granny, I need to give somebody something." She said, why must you give them? Don't. I said, but you told me to ask. So next time, if you don't give me now, I will take it without. So I was the little trouble of the family, but it's just I feel good when I help people.
It's a beautiful feeling, if you ask me.
Yeah,
it is.
I have been in that girl's shoes before, so that made it more personal for me. And even during our own time when I was being raped or abused, I really never told anyone about it. Because I felt like I was going to be judged for it. I felt like I didn't want any bloods on my hands. I felt so many things inside of me that I could not really explain at that time. And I didn't know other people had gone through that kind of experience. I thought it was just me and me alone.
Yeah, I remember that situation. I mean, the one involving Princess's little girl, and all that. Thinking back, how does it make you feel right now, knowing that you went through that experience?
Right now, because I'm stronger, I'm more matured, I can handle the trauma, I can handle the thoughts of it. I just feel in every situation you find yourself, someone has even gone through worse than yours. And you're supposed to learn from it and make sure no one around you goes through that. So for my daughter, people see me and my daughter as friends, but trust me, when she was much younger, I was extremely overprotective. That she had to stand up to me one day and say, Mom, I'm at the university now. Can't I just make my own decisions, like come home on my own? No, you can't do that. I'm sorry. When you get to 18, 19, I'll let you be. But for now, because everywhere she went to, there was someone who was always with her. If I wasn't there, there was someone there, and it has to be a female.
And this has to do with the personal experience you had.
Yes, I didn't want her to go through that experience, so I made sure that happened. Even when she went to Bangkok, I made sure I had to go and see the officers there, the people in charge, everything. I was like, look, my daughter must not step out of this place, no matter what, without me getting a call. Even when they come to pick her, they must get a call from only this number. If this number goes missing, I will come myself to this school.
I've seen you and your doctor before.
Yeah.
I mean, there was this time we were doing them celebrity quickies, and we came to the house, and she ran into us. I mean, she wasn't around when we came, but when she came back, I could trace the bond. It was more like you guys were friends, and I liked that. Energy and synergy put together. And then she made a request that please, one thing that she would want you to just get rid of.
My black bonnet.
So that takes me to industry controversies. Yes, I've been through all of that. It wasn't easy for me to see myself going through that. So how were you able to navigate and the challenges that comes with all of that?
We learn every day, like I say. Every dragon that I have gotten, I learn from it. And when it happens, I just take my time to digest what exactly is going on. Right? And when I find out, like, okay, I think this is the problem, then I know how to navigate. But I don't allow their insults get to me. Because they don't know me.
That's true.
I'm sorry, when I'm social media and I see these things and I see them, I'm like, I don't know you. Now, when I don't know you and you say things about me, it doesn't really get to me. It will get to me because I'm reading, why did you say? But not like it gets to me to break me down.
I had to take my time to learn all of that.
Yes.
It used to get to me real bad, that to the point you see Katago, they come off of my nose.
There's one recently I saw and I was just laughing. You know, like they were even insinuating that maybe I killed Mohbad.
Oh
you
my
know?
goodness. Oh my goodness.
And in my head, I'm like, okay, if I killed Mohbad, I wasn't around when Mohbad died anyway. I wasn't too close to Mohbad. I didn't really know him that much. I met him because he went for One Africa. And for the few days we were together, you know, I didn't really know him that way, but I just knew that he was a cool boy, you know, had his own thing that he was going through and doing his music. But if I actually did kill him, then why was I fighting for him to be exhumed? When you look at the people talking and you look within yourself and you search within them, they said, there was a time they said I was paid. There was a time they said I was trying to go for political whatever. There's a time they said I was clout chasing. There's so many things that have been said about me, you know, drawing their own narratives. But when you look down and you check yourself, and you, just like you said, when you do these things, did I do this for this? If you had done it for that sole purpose, then it will get to you. Because you're going to feel caught. Like, oh, they don't catch me. But if you know that the reason why you did this was just to help seek justice, was just doing your own thing, then it doesn't get to you.
We've all been there.
Yes.
During the NSAS saga, we were all advocating for a common cause. And what was it? Just to call attention of government to just see to the needs of the people. Now, unfortunately, something that happened, and at the toll gate, some people died. Did you know people came at me saying that you people knew, you got information that they were coming. So you people left innocent children there.
And that will bring me to my next thing that I wanted to say about that, is that social media is a platform where a lot of mental health people have access to show their cocos. Do you understand?
Trust me.
There's a lot of Yoruba we call weary on social media.
No,
and there are different types of weary. You know, when we were growing up, we thought weary was when those ones on the streets, you know, naked, dirty, eating pieces and all these things. No, there are some weary alasho, and I'm telling you,
we're a Pro Max.
50% of people on social media mental. Do you understand? So if you sit down and listen to these people and allow them get to you, you say you will begin kolo.
Trust me.
It's better you just, like, when they are talking, I just look at them and say, just like this Mohbad one, I just say, this one has mental health. Maybe this one is suffering for bipolar. Okay, this one is suffering for schizophrenia. This one is suffering for.
You gave them. How did you use your stethoscope or what were you using to check all of this out?
Yeah, by what they say, I was like, this one has anger issues. This one does this one have boyfriend or husband? He need this something. This one is lacking something.
They're not touching away over the night.
No. This one is suffering from depression. This one, that's.
I'll give you another example. I woke up the other day and I said my name was on a list. List of gays. List. Not just my name, my own baby brother, with my mama, but in name. So two family members, we made the list.
Really?
Gay. Now, why is that painful and insulting for someone like me? Is that not too long, the same social media space, they refused for me to do my show in the UK. It was trending everywhere. What was the reason? That AY was fighting against the gay community.
Oh, wow.
Oyibo people carry placard.
Really? I didn't see that.
Oh, I'll show you a video. They came to the venue saying that AY would not do his show, and they were asking the UK government to ban AY from coming in. Then the same social media space, you come again. The wife left him because he took away women. Choose one now. Can't you people just choose one? One thing I've come to understand is that if you pay too much attention to yourself as a man, it's a problem. So you want raw powder where you want make sure, say, you cream your body well and all that. There must be something about you that is extraordinary that will make you be the other gender. But that aside, this is about Iyabo Ojo. What are your thoughts on the current state of the film industry and regarding issues like representation, diversity, and of course harassment?
You know, way back when we started, it was more of a male dominated industry. Yeah. And that kind of caused a lot of that happening then. I don't know about now. Okay. And that was why female like us came up with the idea of becoming also producer, director and everything.
And even taking over the industry.
I'm telling you. And we have a lot of female producers now. We have a lot of female directors. We have a lot of female, entertainers. I always tell the younger ones, like, now when you come into the industry, you don't have to go that route with anyone. If anyone tries to, ask you out before giving you a role or anything, you can walk away from it and go to a female producer who can accommodate you. In our own time, it happened, but I won't say I was really harassed. I was just on toasting. Like
one toast.
They just asking me out.
With the fear face.
Yeah, but not like they harassed me that, if you don't do them, myself, I know. Amy go, wow, okay, babe. You understand? Amy go, bad. I don't.
From somebody that started fighting for both ourselves and everybody from childhood.
So myself, I know well like that. But obviously,
sometimes you can tell from afar. Say, don't go there. There are some people you just know. Mm-hmm. Don't even try it.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it. Don't say try and don't even think about
it at all. And for me, though, I was fortunate because some of the ladies I've spoken to would tell me they don't have anywhere to go to, they don't have anything. Because when I see them, in a relationship with some of these producers back then and the way they're being treated, you see a producer will be dating about 5, 6, 7, 8 of them in the same location.
Wow.
And they all know themselves. Do you understand? And they are all yes sir. And at the end of the day, you have to warm the bed after the yes, just for a role. At the end of the day, you might not even get a lead role. I see all these things. And I'm like, why are you here? You hear some of them say, I don't have anybody to help me. I don't have any this, I don't have any that. Ugh. So sometimes if you're not in those people's shoes, though, you probably don't know how you would behave if you're in that shoes. Because for me, it was easy for me. It was easy. I had a family history where I had a little bit of change in my own pocket. You understand? The first job I got was from my family money, my dad's money. The first time I ever traveled, everything I ever did, I was very fortunate to have, the little I had to start off my life. Even my businesses that I started with my father's money. You understand? Because when my dad died, whatever was left for him was given to me.
Papa for Birmingham.
So for me, I would say I was, fortunate. When I came into the Yoruba industry, I already had my money to produce. So I just wanted to come and learn the act of being a producer in the Yoruba industry. I wasn't even really interested in acting Yoruba movies because as at that time I thought my Yoruba was not good enough. Do you understand? I didn't know that they would manage my Yoruba for me like that.
Okay, so we're going to go back to activism and of course advocacy. You were very vocal about Mohbad.
Yeah.
The situation that had to do with his death and whatever.
Yeah.
What motivated you to take a stand and in that situation that shook the entire nation?
Okay, so for me, like I said, I don't really like cheating. I was in America when I heard about his demise. I was really very saddened about it. And I witnessed the day. I was in London, actually. At that time, we had a show. So we're coming back, and then we had to drop Vanessa. Vanessa is Polo's first daughter.
Okay.
Yes. So we had to drop her off, and then I was so pressed I needed to use the restroom. So I came down to just quickly use the restroom before going, and I saw some little crowd of young guys, and I was hearing noises. I went into the restroom, I came out, and Vanessa was like, Mohbad, that he's having issues, with his former record label, that I think he's saying some guys want to come and beat him or something, stuff like that. I heard it. So I got by, I was like, really, I hope they've sorted it. I just said, yeah. So that went by. Now, when he died, I started seeing a lot of videos, a lot of videos coming out, right up, a lot of things about, his death, and that there was more to his death, and I just felt like it was very emotional for me. I came back to Nigeria because with the rate at which things were flying on social media then, I was expecting that the government would, do something about it. And then we heard he was buried. In less than 24 hours, I was like, hello, this young guy just died like that. They're supposed to do an investigation about his death, do an autopsy before he's even buried, I was in Abuja, and then I still saw there were so many videos, coming out about the way he was being bullied. And that got me mad. Why would you, especially the one with Zlatan, that video pissed the hell out of me. And I'm like, okay, if this guy could get threatened like this, then we needed to find out exactly what happened to him at that time. And that's when I came on live with my black bonnet. And then I didn't just stop there. Before coming live, I got my lawyer involved, asked them to write to all the necessary and important and who is who that needed to get themselves, what's that English? Get themselves involved with this case. Fine.
I must commend you. You did great with that, because that was when, it came all out. It became a national outcry.
Yeah. I had to do that. So even before coming live, the letters had already been drafted to all the necessary ministry, police, NGOs, everything. I'd written all those letters. So I just came out to just announce that this is what, we're going to do. And I just wanted to carry the public along and also allow everybody, just calm down, and let's find out what exactly is going on.
When people came up with the ideology that you were chasing clout, did that in any way affect you as a person?
Okay, so one thing I've come to understand is that everybody has their own fans. Mm-hmm. Everyone, the murderer, the bully, the whoever has, even a mad person. If a mad person should sit here, a real mad person, real Weregidi sits down on social media and begin to talk jack. Let me say, my mommy, ogunyan for me, mommy, wafi with me, they have fans. They have people who will watch them and laugh the way their sorrows, and say, oh, this person makes me laugh, even though the person is not saying anything right. So you just have to understand that when you're fighting a battle, the battle is against a certain set of people who have done wrong. If the things were right, then you won't be fighting a battle. So if I come out to fight for someone who's been bullied, those who have been bullied, you understand, is who I'm fighting for, right? Now, the offenders, they would find every ways to come for you. You must know that you cannot be an activist without being attacked. It's not possible.
True.
You understand? You can't. If you think that you're going to come out and say, oh God, let them see someone being slaughtered, right? The person that slaughtered that girl, you come out and say, or the boy, and say, this guy must not go to life in prison, he must be killed. You have people who will come out and say, why must the person be killed? Mm-hmm. Why can we not forgive the person? Mm-hmm. It's the devil that used the person. You would always have someone who would stand by that person.
I can relate with that.
So when you have that in you, when I was coming out, I knew that it might backfire. Mm-hmm. Because that's it. Because the people who you have come to say, why did you bully this boy? Government, find out what exactly happened to this boy. I knew they were going to come out with their own plans. Do you understand? I knew it was going to happen. So even before they started coming for me, in the midst of the group that they formed, where they put all the media people that they wanted to use, one of them actually ratted them out to me. And that's why I came up with the idea that don't let us be distracted. Don't let us be distracted, because I knew it was going to be a distraction. Yeah. And they needed that distraction to kill the case.
It's always like that.
You understand?
To throw you off the focal point.
Yes. And so they did that. And they eventually achieved that. Do you understand? Because Mohbad's family itself lost track of what they wanted. Did they want justice or did they want money? Do you understand? So they left the cause of fighting justice for what actually happened to their son, do you understand, to go after
money.
After money. Do you understand? They were fighting for money. Where's my son's wealth? Where's this one's there? Then, they got themselves on this donation here, donation there. So police are busy. You know how many people have died after Mohbad? They have a lot of cases to do.
And of course, the way the system operates,
yes. And then they went to the DNA Buhaha Wahala. We want the DNA done on the child. So in my head, I asked myself a question. Okay, DNA will be done, should be done. So let's assume Mohbad's child is actually Mohbad's son. Does that take the fact away that she probably would have killed him? Are you telling me that because I have a child for someone, I can't kill that person? And are you telling me that because I don't have a child for that person, I can't still kill that person? But they made that the center of distraction.
Investigative journalism.
Yes. And they went on that. So 2024 now, we're heading to 2025. We need to get to that stage when people come out and tell you, I have evidence, tell them to show you.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah, because we jump.
Very important.
Once you say, oh, I have evidence, people begin to believe. The next thing, they run to your page like rats. I mean, I block them. When I'm in a good mood, I unblock them again. Because at the end of the day, both the bad and the good, they're all your fans. Do you understand? You have bad fans, you have the ones that hate you, you have the ones that love you.
What is this thing about narrative? What gives somebody the qualification to come out with a narrative? And then people just go with it. Nobody is trying to strike a balance. Not true. I've been a lie.
Yeah, because in this part of the world that we are, a lot of people are not educated.
Oh my goodness.
Do you understand? And these are people, typing from different part of the states. There are a lot of people that are not educated.
There are some that I've seen. They will come to your page and say rubbish to you. Only for you to say, okay, let me even investigate this individual. You click on their page. The first thing you see is follow back. They are asking for you to follow them back. They are already following you. And you'll be like, what is going on here?
Oh, yeah.
Then you click to their direct message. You now discover that this same person had sent you message.
Asking you for money.
Oh,
I get that.
Asking you for friendship, asking you to be a part of his career or something.
Yes.
And then this person just turn around.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, because you didn't see all these messages, you have become an enemy.
Yeah.
And then they will just do everything to bring you down.
Yeah. And there's three things about fans that the way I look at them. The first one, I look at the fans that they want you to be who they are. The way they reason, they expect you to reason that way. The things they do, the things they like. They want you to like the things they like, and they feel because you are their celebrity, they can control you and say, this is how I want my, this is the image they have about you. So that's how they want you to be.
The opposite definition of that is also the fact that they want to be like you.
Yeah.
And they are very envious of your position.
Yeah.
Seeing you in that space hurts them.
Yeah.
Because they cannot be you.
Yeah.
They will try to do everything to bring you down.
Okay, so also another thing I feel is the drugs.
Okay, drugs, this one too.
Yeah, a lot of young ones are on drugs. The rate at which drugs are flying around now is terrible. It's very terrible. I've had so many times I block someone, I see them on my Twitter page or I see them on my TikTok message telling me, Mama, I'm sorry you blocked me. That time when I talked that time, I did very high. I beg unblock me. I've seen that one too, too many times. I mean, a lot of people are on drugs. Sometimes when someone don't smoke weed, it just feels like blasting. It just blasts you, not knowing whether whatever he or she has said is hurting. And then the third one is just rumors. Like we said, people just believe what they've heard about you. I cannot
they go
count.
with it.
I have lost count of how many times people have bumped into me one-on-one and stayed with me for like 5-10 minutes. Oh God, you're not what they say you are. You're different from that. And I'm like, that's it. People tend to believe hearsay a lot.
They also don't take out time to find out, to know the real you.
Whatever 2024, we're handing it to 2025. Please, when people say things, ask for proof.
Very important.
Ask for proof. Ask for proof. It's very important. They'll come and tell you, oh, Iyabo jumped the fence down. Where's the proof? There has to be proof. Because for you, how did you know? There must be something you must have seen or heard, right? So ask for the proof. People just come to you. A lot of people have done that on social media, and because manipulation is great now.
It's crazy in the sense that they use a particular language, especially bloggers, allegedly.
Yeah.
Just to get away with the lies that you're going to tell.
Yeah.
Because you know that it's also possible that they can come for you. Say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because the law says that if you use that language in a way, it means that you are not so sure. And then there's another language that they use, according to a reliable source.
According to a reliable source. Who is the source?
Who is this source?
Bring the source.
How resourceful is this your source?
Because if you can be bold enough to come out to say that, you that I know that you want to come for me, any little information you have about me, I'm sure you will blast it out there.
Yeah. So and there are some bloggers who are not even in Nigeria. Yeah. They claim to know what is happening inside your bedroom.
Yes, now.
And report it to the world.
Yes.
And the world still believes such people.
Of course. For me, I remember many years ago, I can say one of the first time I was dragged in my life, it was just Lover that dragged me, And it was about me not being married to the person I said I was married to. I was married to maybe a carpenter or something funny. Okay, they first dragged me because I was supporting a lady then. She was having issues and they were dragging her. And I just felt like, okay, you can drag her. But they started dragging her children. I was like, no. And then because I tried to support her not to drag, they shouldn't drag her children. They started dragging me and dragging my daughter. Don't suffer because every time they drag me, they must drag my daughter. So I remember them when they wrote all those things. I forcefully had to bring out my wedding picture. Why I don't forget I go dig them out. You understand? Brought out the picture, posted the wedding certificate because they said I was never married. I lied. One thing I found out about Gist Lover is that it's the people close to you that take the information. Do you understand? The people close to you take the information. Now, sometimes the information they take are wrong informations, but they still take them. Some are right, some are wrong. Now, the most important thing is that this person, Gist Lover, do you do your findings to a level whereby you can come out and say, okay, this is evidence. But at the end of the day, Gist Lover is not in your home. It's not in my home. How does Gist Lover get this information? It's information that has been passed to Gist Lover by so-called people. And I will start with my own by saying that most of the times a lot of things were sent to Gist Lover. They were sent to Gist Lover by my so-called colleagues.
Wow.
Yes. Most of the things that were sent by my so-called colleagues. Do you understand? To this same Gist Lover. Yes. And so when people came out and said Iyabo is Gist Lover, I started looking at, okay, Iyabo is Gist Lover, and I posted about my life on Gist Lover. I dragged my daughter on Gist Lover. Is it for the money or for the fame? The rubbish that was written about threesome and stuff that Gist Lover posted and it went viral was not on Gist Lover's page. For what reason would I ever want to drag my own daughter and myself, destroy my image and my name? Most of the name calling and everything that I have gotten is from the same Gist Lover that has posted it in time past.
Yeah.
I've come to understand social media so well. Today's plug that insults me, do you understand? Tomorrow might write good about me. Next tomorrow might insult me again. So there's no loyalty from any plug.
And everybody is just in search of content, something that will trend, something that will drive traffic.
Do you understand? So
and that's why you see the good news, like Iyabo's business just set out to do something positive in society. You won't see that.
Oh no, it's not possible.
Just hear that Paulo dumps Iyabo.
Hey!
That's the one
that's
that everybody, all they're seek for
is negativity.
Is that negativity.
Yeah.
That's the excitement. That's the push. That's the pump action.
Yeah.
Basket and AY don't punch each other.
Yeah.
AY get fame, basket get fame.
Yeah.
That one is not something you want to push. Let's move on. I mean, how do you balance your act? I mean, are you as a businesswoman, entrepreneur, actor, all of this, how do you balance all of this with activism? And you still have time for people to fight for people as well. How do you do it?
Okay, so I just You know, I'm like you now, I'm a workaholic. You know, with the way we are, our mind does not rest. Our brain is working 24 hours. And then you just have to have good people around you. You have to, you keep trying until you get the right ones. So for my business, for instance, I gave up acting for a while, from 2019 till I think maybe last year. I wasn't really acting much until last year. I started acting a bit, you know. So for like, that's about 3 years. Yeah, I gave up acting to face my business, you know. And TikTok came along. We started doing TikTok also.
Yeah, COVID introduced TikTok to all of us.
All of us.
And then you were.
And I made the most of my money then through that, you know. And I just find time for motherhood. It was not easy when they were younger, but as they grew up, it became easier. And then my business, I just had to juggle, make sure I just have good staff, you know, and just entrust them sometimes, because you can't do it all alone.
No, you can't.
So
you need a team.
Yeah. And sometimes I give myself that break. I can say this week I want to pay attention to this. Every other thing has to wait. This week I'll pay attention to that one. I choose the roles that I play. I don't go to locations every single time, because I don't even have that luxury of being on set every time.
I remember. Yeah. I remember when we called you for Merriment 3. We had to, just because we wanted you to be a part of it, we had to just carve out something, because you didn't really have the luxury of time to be a part of. You know, you wake up, action, cut, take two, and so okay, you say, you know what? Because we need to have her. Let's just put her somewhere. And it was really nice.
Yeah.
You know, having you.
Thank you for that. Also, thank you.
Yeah. But all this what you're saying in your pocket. We're gonna do a proper one.
No,
very soon. This one, we will go on that location and we'll spend all the time to get it right.
All right.
So now tell us how the name Queen Mother.
Yeah.
How did you come about the name Queen Mother?
Okay, so my daughter is a queen, and my son is a king.
Wow.
And when they were much younger, I used to call my son a prince and my daughter a princess. And then I used to own the queen.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a queen.
I'm a queen. Your crown.
Yeah, I'm a queen. But I gave my crown to my daughter. So she's the queen now, and I am the queen's mother. And also, I've been a guardian to so many children. I just don't raise just my 2 children. I raised a lot of kids. You know, I'm still raising children as I'm speaking to you. And for you to be a mother to so many people, you are not just a queen. You are a queen mother, because a queen mother is a mother to a king or a queen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's I mean, it's so direct.
Yeah.
Okay, learning from controversy, can you share a specific controversial moment that taught you a valuable lesson?
I would say the Princess Daughters one.
Yeah.
I found out that we have a long way to go in Nigeria. And I found out that the amount of rape apologists we have in Nigeria is alarming. And that just taught me to know that, Omo, just own your space, take care of your children. Because trust me, you don't know what's happening in the next house. You understand? You don't know what's going on in the next house there. But just make sure that your surrounding, you understand, do you well there. Take care of that space.
You just sounded like sometimes the law doesn't protect us enough.
The law does not protect the children enough. I'm sorry. Our kids, our children are not protected enough in this country. Most especially if you're not comfortable.
So somebody can actually just take advantage. If you have the fat pocket, you buy your way out of it.
Buy your way out of it.
I get the message.
Yes, I tell women must work. Work. Because when you work and make your own money, you can have your own say, right? A lot of children are being abused on a daily in this country. And when I just had to stop reading my DMs because it was beginning to affect me. So many cases I've fought. My lawyers has gone back and forth fighting. A lot of cases, most times we don't even bring it to social media because there are children involved, minors involved. Princess don't just happen because of the way it happened, So, and I've come to that conclusion that you just, as a parent, if you're a good parent, you just need to do it for your children, work, make your money, and protect that child. Because when they know that you're solid, they won't come for your child.
No, they won't come. They won't even.
You understand? Dare. Because most times you go to the police are tired, safe. You go to them, they'll be like, a family problem. It's when they know that, this one is going to go this direction. That's when you see them.
Yeah, because they know maybe the IG probably will be calling.
Thank you, and they say yes, yeah.
So that's when they become active, so to speak.
And in this country, there's a lot that we have to do. The government are not paying attention to the police force enough.
Oh yes,
they are not.
They are underpaid.
They are underpaid. They are undercared for. Their stations, so many of the police stations, horrible sight.
It's even awful for you to expect the best.
Thank you.
From people living in such awful situations. Yeah.
I've traveled. You've traveled. We see the way they are.
If you see police from Dubai,
I'm telling you. So it's crazy. Until we can get so many things right, though it's not only the government, we all have a hand in making this country, a better place. I don't believe in running away from my country. I believe that we all need to come together, make this country a better place. I'm going to keep saying how I feel. I don't care whose egos get bruised or who feels, yes, because for this last election, I lost a lot of friends, by
Me too. Me too.
Standing on my, and whatever it is we're fighting for is happening today. We're all suffering it right now. Look at the price for the dollar rates and everything. Though, in a way, the dollar rates, they favor me small. It does favor me small because of YouTube. But at the same time, it's bad. Because you have to think about it all around. It is terrible. Our naira no get value again. No. It's crazy.
And the thing they pay me.
It's T-paining everybody. Honestly, it's T-paining everybody. Everybody's suffering it. But like they say they will do. So let's keep watching and hoping that they do right by us.
You never can tell. It can just happen at any point in time. But right now, we are not in a good place.
We're not. Nah. Adebaneo. 50,000 every 2-3 days. 50,000 is what we used to manage for 1 month before. 1 month became 2 weeks. 2 weeks now has now become 3 days, 2 days. If we manage the light, because I have an inverter, it will enter 4 days. 50,000.
That's crazy.
We are all suffering it now.
Well, that takes us back to the work that we understand. So the work where I happen to know Iyabo is acting.
Yeah.
Right now you mentioned that you spend some time doing your business, doing it the way you like to do it.
Yeah.
So what are the projects? I'm talking film now.
Yeah.
What are your aspirations for the future? What are the projects that you're working? Or are you working on any project at the moment?
Okay, yes.
Because I think that was supposed to be a part of
you were supposed to be a part, but you also did not have time.
Because
so you owe me one now.
No wahala. I know how to pay. If it comes to relationship, it will be difficult for you to find me as a defaulter. Very difficult.
I know.
So I will pay. So any project you're working on at the moment?
Yes. I just shot my cinema movie titled Labake Olododo. Yes, we're trying to get an English name for that also. So
Labake
Olododo. Yes.
I cannot help you with the English name.
You sure?
Labake
Olododo.
Labake
the true sayer. Is that it?
Okay.
Does that go?
It's going.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get an English
name. Cool. It's going. It worked. Me, I was born, bred, and buttered in Warri. So that's why they call me Akbos Oborogeneru Koko Mukoro Daffy.
Yeah.
So I may not know so much about Labake.
Okay. So it's going to be in cinema next year, not this year because we just finished shooting. We're still on post-production. We're trying to get everything right, done, but we're going to keep making noise about it so that we can keep our fans, in the know. And and definitely I can't wait to get back on set next year. So, but for this year, I'm done with Labake Ododo. We're just doing the post-production right now. Okay. And I'm doing my YouTube jobs, promoting my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel.
I think you have a huge following there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Iyabo.
I mean, when even my interview, when I say, okay, let me go see what it's like, I was like, wow, the traffic. Yeah. That's well done. Well done.
Thank you. We're getting there.
So, I really would not take your time even much more, and I was going to say on the lighter side, any other thing you want to share in terms of, memorable moments or funny experiences you've had in this industry, maybe behind the scenes, anything you want to share?
Life itself has been amazing. So every time I've been on set, every time I've had to do 1 or 2 productions, it's always been a very good experience for me. We learn every day. So the only thing I just want to tell my fans is that most of you young ones out there who are trying to find your parts in the entertainment industry, don't get tired. Don't get tired. And it's even easier for you guys now because you guys have the social media platform. Social media has its bad side and its good side, but I think if you make do, it has more good side than bad side, right? So use your platform, showcase yourself, keep doing you, go for auditions, just try to network, get the right people, and just do you. You never know. You never know.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.